Hi, my name is Zach Kazan, and I'm the Chief Entomologist and Containment Director here at Thanksgiving Point's Butterfly Biosphere. We are an amazing new venue here at Thanksgiving Point. We have one of the biggest butterfly conservatories in North America, coupled with a huge multi-story nature play space called the Costa Rica Climber, and an insectarium called the Discovery Zone, where people will see animals from all over the world, but only the spineless variety. The little creepy crawlies that we don't necessarily love, but you will by the time you're out of here. So this is the first thing you'll see when you come into the Butterfly Biosphere. This big atrium here will have a massive, amazing sculpture hanging down here. Ticketing will see you right here, and then you're on your way into your adventure. Thanks, man. So from holograms to gemstones, the coolest stuff in the Costa Rica Climber is happening in the lava tunnels, but it's also happening up in the forest canopy. Come with me. Kids will be able to send all the way up the Costa Rica Climber, up into the forest canopy, become an entomologist, go through the research lab, look at orchid beads, learn how to catch butterflies, and so much more right here in the Costa Rica Climber. Awesome, well now we're gonna see something super, super cool. Come with me, we're gonna go into the conservatory. We have to pass through this vestibule door to make sure none of the butterflies get out. Come on in. So this is a USDA regulated environment. We can't even go in until that door is closed. Now this door unlocks and we'll come into the conservatory. So this is a massive, massive space. This is one of the biggest butterfly conservatories in the world and in North America. So as you come in, the first thing you're gonna see is this massive space filled with thousands, or at least over 1,000 butterflies at any given time flying around of dozens of species from all over the tropical world. We're gonna see huge towering trees as you come in, a mountainside covered in vines and trees and flowers. Come with me, we'll come down this. And you hear that? Not yet, but you'll soon. We'll hear the waterfall. You won't be able to see it yet. It'll be behind the mountainside and all those flowers, but pretty soon you'll be able to see the waterfall as it comes out behind this mountainside as we walk down the path and out this way. Now as we approach the waterfall, there's two paths. The path splits either behind the waterfall, or we can go right down in front of it, over the bridge and over the pond. Let's go over the bridge. Now as we come past the waterfall, you'll see that the water will cascade down these various paths, and this area right here is actually going to be a giant tree trunk. And in that tree trunk, we'll be able to put what we call butterfly brew. That's a mix of sugar and beer and bananas that blue morpho and owl butterflies love. They're going to come down here, drink that rotting fruit mixture up. They'll bask in the sun on the plants around the waterfall, and everyone will be able to get those photographs that they all want. They might not realize they want them yet, but I guarantee you, that's the photos that they want. As we come down this path, this is a big open area that's perfect for facilitation with guests. We'll be releasing over 100 butterflies a day. This big open area is perfect for little kids to be releasing butterflies and getting great photos, making memories with their families. This huge hillside of dirt right now, pretty soon, will be covered in flowering plants. And as we keep going through, we are approaching one of my favorite things in this entire facility. This is the emergence window. This is where over 100 butterflies every single day will be emerging from their chrysalis, and everybody will get to see the entire process happen right in front of their eyes. And this looks into the receiving room, which is the husbandry lab, so everyone will get to see just what it takes to run a facility like this and have thousands of animals alive and operating through our facility at any given time. Yeah, that's a really good question. So the issue with the USDA isn't so much the adult butterflies flying around, it's that every single one of those butterflies can lay hundreds of eggs. And those eggs all hatch into hungry, hungry caterpillars, potentially eating up all the crops out there. And that's why the USDA wants to make sure that we don't accidentally release any of these insects and become agricultural pests, right? So we have all of these containment features here. We have the double doors to keep things in. If you exit through the emergency exit, air curtains blow insects back inside, and that's how we keep them inside. Now, while they're in here, we want to make sure they're happy. Now, these butterflies are coming from all over the world, and we got to make sure they have just the right conditions, right? Which means about 80% humidity and 80 degrees Fahrenheit at all times. We have heat fins up here to make it warm. We have fans to circulate air. We have misters that will blow on periodically and fill this whole thing with a nice cool mist. We have vents along the sides that open up to vent air if we need to, because it can be much warmer than 80 degrees Fahrenheit here in the summertime, and that could present a problem, right? Because the windows are open, the butterflies would fly out. So you'll notice that every single one of these windows has a very fine mesh over it, and the arms that push those vents open have a sleeve of very fine mesh to make sure that we don't accidentally let any butterflies out as we're ventilating this whole facility. Welcome to the receiving room, everybody. This is where the true magic happens in this entire facility. See all of these shelves? Pretty soon, these are going to be filled up with hundreds of different animals, thousands of different animals, 100 or more species, everything from giant centipedes, maybe that big, giant African millipedes that big, Goliath beetles, maybe that big, tons of stuff from all over the world. This is where we take care of it all. This is a very special, regulated environment where we are special enough to be able to house these exotic animals from all over the world. Another great question. Yes, in fact, we will have education spaces. Check this out. It doesn't look like much now, but this is a huge room where we'll be able to take guests, do field trips, camps, other educational activities, and look at that. We got a sink, baby. Now, not all insects live up in the forest canopy or attached to tree trunks. A lot of them live way down in the ground. Plus, there's a lot of cool stuff you can find in your very own backyard. So here, as part of the Discovery Zone, we'll take you on an invertebrate adventure down under the ground into like earthworm tunnels where you'll get down under the ground and see things up close, just like this. Now, these will be up against the wall, filled with lots of animals, and we'll be able to show you the types of things you can maybe find in your own backyard.